Big Chxpo, you already snow rope gang shit. Spicy boy, no jumper gang, you already snow. We in this bitch, it's exposed, you already know. High my bitch, I don't give a fuck, you know, chillin', gang, high as hell. Alright, my name Chxpo, Big Chxpo, Lil Chxpo, you feel me, Lil Grammy Chxpo. Chxpo so icy, you already know, whole bunch of Chxpo shit. Yeah, so Chxpo, I'm from Madison Ave, West 98th, Cleveland, Ohio, you feel me? Ohio on the map, you know. Ohio running shit, you feel me? Shout out to everybody, you know, shout out to everybody from Ohio holding it down and shit, you feel me? I've been doing music forever, like I've been fucking with the music shit since forever, like my inspirations like coming up was like Cleveland, like the Cleveland rappers and shit, you feel me? I really came up, like this how I started getting clout on the rap side, like my sister baby daddy, his name Jet Lee, like I used to be stealing his raps and shit, like, cause he was from the east, I was from the west, ain't nobody know who he was, you feel me? So I used to steal his raps and say it was me, everybody fucked it with me, you feel me? And then I started getting clout, like, it got to the point where like niggas was like begging me to rap and freestyle and shit. Motherfuckers really trying to get me in studios and all that shit, so it's like, I got put on the spot, you feel me? And I just learned how to rap, like, just cause I just had to, like, you feel me? So I started rapping and shit. And I had me and all my niggas, like, like, we all started rapping together. We had made this group and shit. And like everybody was doing their thing, you feel me? But like me, I was always on some different shit. Like, so I was always trying to like push everybody else to do this shit. I was trying to be more like the brains of this shit. So that shit, like, you know, how they say, like, you want shit done the right way, you gotta do it yourself, you feel me? So shit started popping off and shit, but it ain't pop off how, you feel me, like how I wanted it to. Like, everybody ended up going to jail, and you feel me, niggas was like hella, like, it went from like us trying to be rappers to like everybody just trying to turn it into some gang shit, you feel me? So everybody went to jail, like nigga, me, Doughboy, you feel me, Yale, Shino, like all my best friends, like who I be talking about in my music, like we all went to jail and shit, you feel me? And while we was all in jail, and like, Doughboy was in jail the longest, he did 4. You feel me, I ain't go down until 2 years after and shit. But, so Doughboy went to jail, and Doughboy was like, he was our main nigga, like he was the one who was like the most dedicated, working the hardest, like the most serious with this shit. So when he got locked, it was like, damn, like that shit hit us hard, like we lost like the vision, you feel me? We started getting on some street shit, like on some gangster shit, like it got to more like, instead of us trying to be rappers, it's like now we just, you feel me? Like we just on some basic regular street nigga shit, like we trying to get money and, you feel me, earn our respect, you feel me, type shit. So, but when Doughboy got locked, it was like, it put me on the spot. It's like, damn, I gotta do something, like, you feel me? Like everything was basically on Doe. So when he got locked, I had to take the responsibility and shit, but I ain't really take that shit well, like, you feel me? I was still lost, you feel me? Lost in the sauce, like I was in the streets, you feel me? Trying to, you feel me? Like all my young niggas want is teardrops, you hear me? Like real shit, so it's like, that's what we was into. But then I got locked up, like they had came around for the gang and shit, like feds came, feds did a sweep, you feel me? So they picked us up and shit, and then I was the last one, like it was all on the news, like yeah, we got everybody, we just need one more person, you feel me? And that one more person was me.
Today, prosecutor Tim McGinty announced that his office, with help from local and federal police, took a big step to dismantle the gang. They slapped 299 charges on dozens of BBE 900 members.
And they came and got me, you feel me? The feds came to my crib and shit. So they came and picked me up, I got locked up and shit. And when I was locked, I just was thinking like, damn, like what I'm doing with my life, you feel me? Like where I'm going in my life, like what's my goal, you feel me? Like what I'm gonna be, like the ultimate gangster, like, you feel me? Like super hitman or like a super drug dealer, like, you feel me? Like I'm just in jail, like this shit weak as fuck, this shit boring. Ain't no hoes, no weed, you feel me? I can't do shit in this bitch, it's a whole bunch of lame ass niggas. I just in jail, you feel me? Like just salty, so I'm like, I ain't never coming to this bitch again. But I was just thinking like what I'm doing with myself, like I ain't really doing shit. Like, you feel me? Eventually I'm gonna go get locked up for some other shit. Or eventually I'm gonna get killed, you feel me? So I was just thinking like shit, what I'm gonna do. And I'm just thinking like, man, I always wanted to be a rapper, like this what all this shit about. Like at the end of the day, when the feds did sweep and came and got us, the objective of this shit was never to be like the most gangster niggas in Ohio or to be like the most respected niggas. Like we ain't never, that's wasn't what we was aiming for. We was aiming to be into this music shit. So they was trying to give me hella time. So when I came home off of this shit, you feel me? When I came home, I was really looking like a second chance at life. Like I got friends and you feel me, my best friends like that got life in jail and shit. They called me when I was locked up there, write me and tell me like, you feel me? Like all niggas wanted me to do was chase my dreams, do this music shit. So when I got out of jail, it's like I ain't take nothing for granted. I looked at it like, damn, like this shit serious. You feel me? Like a nigga could really, like I could really get on this shit. And Dope Ben showed me, cause like Future was fucking with Doughboy, Machine Gun Kelly, like you feel me? Everybody was fucking with Dope. So Doughboy showed me the way. Like he like, bro, you could really do this shit, bro. Like you feel me? Like this is my best friend. Like we grew up sticking shit together and all that shit. Like, you feel me? Caught cases, kept it solid together. Like this is my best friend. He gave me that vision, and then like I lost sight. But when I got out of jail, I remembered that shit. You feel me? And it was like, this is what I'm finna do. You feel me? I'm finna do this shit. So it was like, I came home. I hit up Space Ghost Perp. You feel me? Like I'm trying to send me some beats. Cause Doughboy always wanted me to, my nigga Doe, he always wanted me to fuck with Space Ghost. He like, bro, fuck with Space Ghost beats. Like, that's your wave, like that's your sound, like that's your shit, you feel me? Kill that shit, do that shit. So when I came home, I just was fucking with Space Ghost. And you feel me, we had made B&B, Death Row and shit. It was like some production, it was really a production group and like some internet promotional shit for real. Like, it turned up and shit. And we was making music. And then, you feel me, Yachty had said something about B&B on his No Jumper interview and shit. So that made motherfuckers wonder like, who is these niggas, you feel me? And it was like when they did their research and shit came back. So that was like, you feel me, a part of my uprising though, like all of that shit. Me and Space Ghost Perp, we was dropping shit. And then I started fucking with, working on Don with Filthy, Oogie Man, especially me and Oogie, that's like my best friend. That's when I hear Oogie shit, I'm just saying I'm straight in, you feel me? But I started fucking with Oogie, working on Don, Filthy and them niggas, Forza and shit. And I got booked for my first show. We did a mixtape and I got booked for my first show and it was in Philly. So my first show was in Philly. So I remember this shit because the niggas who booked me, they wouldn't let like Filthy and Oogie, they wouldn't let them niggas in, like they wouldn't try to let them in for free. But in my head, like I'm knowing music, I'm like, these the niggas who made the music that y'all want me to perform, like, but y'all don't want these niggas in. So I ended up paying for everybody to get in and I only got paid like $200 for the show. So practically, I spent that shit. But then me and Oogie was just working. Like we dropped like 2 tapes and shit. Then that's how we made Band God. It was just like a random song. But I got booked for a show in LA. You feel me? Like my nigga Agolf had plugged me in with a show in LA. Like he had me up like, yeah, they want to book you in LA, yeah, trying to get you some money. So I came out here and shit. And my first show I did out here was me, Smoke Perp, Lil Tracy, and Lil Peep. So I met Peep and shit, and me and Peep just clicked. Like he was a raw ass nigga. Like I'm like, this nigga thorough. Like I already fucked with his music. That shit was crazy. Like, cause me, I always been like short on music. Like I only could listen to so many artists. And I fucked with Peep shit, and it was crazy because I never was an alternative type of nigga. Like I always like, nah, I don't want to hear that type shit. You feel me? But one day I was on Soundcloud and it just popped up, and I was fucking with it. So I met Peep and Smoke Perp, and me and Smoke Perp, like that same week I was in LA, we went to the studio. So that was like how my LA scene started popping. It was really, you feel me, like Peep and Smoke Perp. And then like especially it was like a lot of like on the rise, like in the midst of this, all of this, like from the underground to like before I was doing performances, it was kids like BMX and going crazy. Like, you feel me, doing flips on bikes and shit. This nigga's doing, you feel me, raw shit on skateboards, scooters, rollerblades, all that shit, like crazy shit. So when I seen that shit, I'm like, damn, you feel me? I'm from Madison. Like, I ain't never see like niggas try to skateboard when that shit was raw. Wayne was doing that shit, but ain't nobody know how to skateboard. So like seeing that shit was like, damn, like this shit crazy. Like these whole different type people listening to my music and shit, like living whole different lives. You feel me? It's crazy. So all that shit, and then like I just kept going. I kept dropping. It was like I fucked it with Gucci and I fucked it with Lil B. Like I fucked it with Lil B because he just showed me like anybody could do this shit. Like he could, you feel me? Like you could do this shit. And Gucci was just dropping like before kids was, you feel me? Before kids was fucking with Gucci and before motherfuckers was fucking with Future and Drake. Like these niggas had mixtapes, you feel me? Like these niggas was putting in work, and I always realized that, you feel me? I thought like, damn, I'm finna just do hella mixtapes because I had hella old music that I ain't never dropped. And my cousin Jared, Freak Jared, you feel me? Freak Jared get money. My cousin Jared was like, these are all my favorite songs. Like, these bitches like 2-3 years old. Like, nobody heard these bitches though. Chxpo, like, how you gonna be a nigga favorite rapper and he don't even got shit to listen to? Like, you my favorite rapper because of this song, but ain't nobody even heard this except for me. So I just started flooding Soundcloud. And that's how I really, you feel me? That's how I got the buzz and shit. And then I just kept this shit solid, you feel me? I'm like, nah, I'm doing this Rolling Loud shit, like in a couple months, you feel me? This shit crazy, like. But in the midst of this, you know, No Jumper, you feel me? All that shit I dropped a No Jumper mixtape, like, you feel me? Like, that shit was a big part. All this shit, like, all my tapes, all my producers was a part of my uprising, like, all the producers I fucked with, you feel me? Like, it's been a journey, you feel me? This shit, I learned a lot, and you feel me? I matured, I changed a lot in a good way, you feel me? My mama was thorough, like, my mama was, see, I was raised by my granny. I started with my granny, like, from Madison. My granny was hella mean, like, she like a witch. Thorough, you feel me? She real as fuck though, 100, like, I remember one time we was little niggas, we was all chilling. She like, what the fuck are y'all doing in my house? She hella Hispanic though, so you gotta listen, you gotta hear what the Hispanic accent, you feel me? Like, what the fuck are y'all doing in my house? I'm like, we just chilling. She like, this ain't no fucking freezer. You feel me? Like, why y'all chilling in my house? This ain't no freezer. She used to be whooping my friends and shit, like, you feel me? Like, she used to get it popping. Like, motherfuckers' mamas coming to my granny house on bullshit every other day, cause she done whooped they son, you feel me? Bloody, so she was bloody out, you feel me? I moved in with my mama when I was a little bit older and shit. My mom was cool, like she used to be on my ass about school and shit, but she let me do me. She always let me be me, you feel me? And like, you feel me? I was a bad little nigga, I couldn't be really controlled, so I always did me. But I was always on some polished shit, you feel me? I wasn't sloppy, so. But it's crazy, my mama was like, she was just telling me how when I was little, like, she'd be washing my clothes and go through my pockets and find like garbage bags and rubber gloves and all types of criminal utensils and shit, you feel me? And my mama, she was telling me like how she'd walk past my room and she'd just be hearing a whole bunch of guns clicking and clacking and shit, like that shit crazy, like, you feel me? My mom she used to stay kicking motherfuckers out, but it was like, we was bad as fuck. We was bad as fuck for all my niggas, like, my mama, this one time, my little cousin Jovi, we had it was like a 22 revolver, Freak Jovi. But yeah, so we had a little 22 revolver, but it was like these bullets, they didn't have no gunpowder in them. Like they was gunpowderless bullets. Like he shot that bitch in the house, like we was on the couch. We was on the couch and shit. He shot that bitch, he almost shot my brother Tink and shit. And my mama ain't hear that shit, like that bitch was a thorough gun. Like we used to shoot that bitch out the window and all types of badass shit. That bitch was so Like I never seen no bullets like this. I don't know. They had no gunpowder. They were like silencers. But then my dad, it's crazy because my dad, like, he hella religious. Like, you feel me? Like, I got like 100 little brothers and sisters and shit. Like, this shit crazy. Like, I got hella brothers and sisters. Like, my dad got like 2 wives. You feel me? Like, he a Hebrew Israelite type. Like, that way, if you feel me? But I grew up, he used to be on some strict shit. I ain't never really seen him that much. Cause like he used to be on my ass about that Bible shit and like shit like that. So I used to be like, hell no, I ain't going to that nigga house. Like that shit slow, man. He solid nigga, you feel me? Solid. Dreads and shit used to be whooping me on some straight taking them bitches to my chest. Like hell no, I ain't never going over there. You feel me? Like I used to be on that shit. Cause it was just like, I respect you, feel me? I respect you, but it's like you ain't in my life like that. Like I don't even know you like that for you to be putting your hands on me. Like at the end of the day, even though I was a little nigga, I was a man, you feel me? Like so it's like niggas in the streets don't put their hands on me. Like I don't even know you like that. Like you ain't never did shit for me. You ain't finna put your hands on me. I think he was salty cause I was laughing cause he was making us do jumping jacks or some shit. Like again, like some bullshit. I ain't give a, I'm like, hell no. I told my mama like, no, hell no, I ain't going over there. My mama used to listen to like Too Short, Boozy, Biggie and shit like that, and then like all the girl rappers and shit. My mom big on music though. Like I swear, like before a lot of people blew up, my mama like knew they was gonna blow up. Like she was fucking like trying to get me hip to their shit. And I blow that shit off to just your mama. I ain't gonna lie. Prime example, Kevin Gates. My mama was on Kevin Gates early. I never used to be on that shit because it's your mama, you feel me? Then one day my cousin Pito, like this is my cousin Free Pito, you feel me? I love you as one of my favorite cousins, Pito, he get to that knot. My nigga Pito, like, he got me hip to Kevin Gates. When he got me hip to Kevin Gates, like, I'm like, damn, my mom been got me hip to this nigga, you feel me? So it was like, damn. It really came from Gucci, you feel me? Like, it came from Gucci. Gucci had this song like, all I wanna be is El Chxpo. And it was like, I was Googling like famous drug lords, you feel me? Richest drug lords. And it was like Pablo Escobar, da-da-da-da. You feel me? Griselda Blanco. And then it had Chxpo Guzman. And then it had a nigga named Gotcha. So this was before Gucci dropped Chxpo, El Chxpo. But I always was big on documentaries about like trap niggas and shit like that. So I been hip to the nigga, but I knew he was like the next up and coming, like, you feel me? Like he was the next biggest drug lord in history type shit, one of the. But Gucci dropped that All I Wanna Be Is El Chxpo. And my name was Bam Man LaCush and shit. And Gucci dropped All I Wanna Be Is El Chxpo. Cause like for real, on some real G shit, like growing up I always wanted to be Gucci, you feel me? Like I always wanted to, you feel me? Like I just looked it up to the nigga, like all the shit he would say in his interviews and on his freestyles and shit. Like that's the type of nigga I was aiming to be, you feel me? Like a boss nigga. So once I heard Gucci say like he wanna be another nigga, you feel me? It's like, damn, like I know if Gucci wanna be another nigga, then this nigga gotta be that nigga. Like, cause Gucci, you never gonna hear Gucci say like all I wanna be is, you feel me? That nigga said all I wanna be is El Chxpo, so I'm like shit. He wanna be Chxpo, I don't wanna be Chxpo for sure. And then it was popping, like everybody in Cleveland name was like Chxpo, cause that song was viral at the time, you feel me? So everybody was Chxpo. So like all the Twitter names I could think of with Chxpo was tooken. So I spelled it with an A on some Space Ghost Perp shit, you feel me? Like with the X's and A's. I spelled it with a V. I spelled Chxpo with a V, like an upside down A. But I looked at that shit looked corny for real, you feel me? It ain't look corny, but I did it with an X, and it looked raw with an X. Yeah, Carlito, my nickname Carlito, like that's when a nigga was like said something about one of my interviews and was like, why Chxpo always be wiping his nose? I don't know why I be doing that shit though. But I be doing that shit a lot. I don't do coke or nothing like that though, you feel me? Don't do coke, coke is crack. Don't do crack either. Carlito, you feel me? Like, cause my father, like I say, he hella religious and shit, like, so he gave me like some like religious ass African name, you feel me? And My granny wasn't on that shit, cause my granny, she Cuban, like, you feel me? She wasn't on that shit, like, you feel me? I don't know. So my granny just called me, but really, she called me Carlito, but really it was my sister. I swear to God, no lie. My sister wished she had a brother, you feel me? Like, that's how I was born, cause my sister wished for a brother and shit. So that's how I was born, magic shit. That's why I'm Chxpo the magician, you feel me? I was born by magic, you feel me? My sister and my granny went to see the movie Carlito's Way and shit. I was still a baby type shit. They went to see the movie Carlito's Way. Like my first day out of school, she used to go to the school and like talk to the principal and tell them like, don't call him this name. Call him Carlito, you feel me? Like, shit, I hopped off the porch like, man, I was little as fuck. I used to come outside. I was so little, like I ain't know the difference between wrong and right. Like I used to come out the house barefooted, like in my boxers, walk down the block to my cousin Yale's house. We used to be playing with cap guns, G.I. Joes, playing games and shit, like cussing and shit. Like I was a badass little kid. I used to be on some shit. On the game. I don't really think I'm popping for it. I think like niggas fuck with me. And like it seemed like I'm popping cause niggas who poppin' fuck with me, you feel me? Cause they fuck with my music and you feel me, and the aesthetic, but motherfuckers really don't fuck with me for real. For game, but like everybody start pretending that they fuck with me when I started popping in LA. Cause it was like all the niggas who been hip to me, like who been seeing me and like been stealing sauce, they ain't never fucked with me. But then once they seen like niggas actually fucking with this nigga, like he getting clout and shit like that. You feel me? It's like now it's like when I meet niggas be like, yeah, I've been fucking with you, da, da, da. But it's like I wouldn't never know niggas was even hip to my music, you feel me? Like when I hear a nigga say the same shit I said or some shit, sometimes I think a nigga stole my shit, but most of the time I think like it's just music, you feel me? A nigga ain't stealing this shit. Like these niggas don't know who I am, you feel me? When this goes purple, we started off like, it was my nigga Doe, like, he was fucking with him as a producer, and then like, I was fucking with him heavy cause I had this song called Turn Down For What. It's like old, you could type the shit in still, like Chxpo Turn Down For What. And it was like dark as fuck. It was like, and at the time, niggas really wasn't on that dark shit. And Doughboy was just like, this nigga make hard beats, like, he make your style a beast. Cause at the time, you feel me, he just was like, fuck with him, and I started fucking with him, and we just started going crazy, and we just started going viral and shit, like when we linked, everybody just started fucking with us. Like he had beef with everybody, like it was crazy, cause like, he used to beef with everybody, like I'm talking about before Extension and Ski Mask and, you feel me, like Smoke Perk, Lil Pump. Before all them niggas came up, like he used to be trolling them niggas, like talking shit. I used to be telling him like you can't troll these niggas, like these niggas, young niggas from your city, you feel me? Like he used to be on some crazy shit though, but like he used to be beefing with everybody. But I really used to be talking to him like, you gotta chill, and that nigga, like he chilled, and that shit, you feel me? That shit benefited us all. Lil Peep, so Lil Peep, he like my clout angel, you feel me? He like my clout angel. But it's genuine though, that's the crazy thing, because like when people was fucking with me, he was fucking with me because he fucked with me, and when I was fucking with him, it was like, cause I fucked with him, it wasn't like he knew like I was, you feel me? Like we ain't know we was gonna be big or none of that shit, like. But that was my nigga, we been through hella shit. It was like when I came to LA, he was the nigga who I was fucking with, you feel me? Cause he just was a thorough ass nigga for real, like, and he was genuine, like, he, like, when I needed help with this music shit, people was always there, you feel me? Like, to open up doors and shit. He wasn't never on no petty shit. A lot of motherfuckers be on petty shit, but in his music game, like, a lot of niggas be on corny shit, but people was always one of them niggas who kept this shit solid, you feel me? He was always one of them niggas that was there and like wanted to help motherfuckers and plug motherfuckers in with getting money and shit. Like he ain't used to be on none of that shit. Like I make music with motherfuckers that we can't even drop and shit like that because of labels and all that type of shit. Like, he was one of them niggas that ain't give a fuck about none of that shit. Like, he'll sign off on whatever and tell you, like, nigga, don't even drop this shit on Soundcloud. Like, put this shit on iTunes, you feel me? Like, we gonna make some money off of this shit. But genuine, like, just wanna see a nigga make some money and make some music, you feel me? And like Peep was one of the niggas who was fucking with me from the jump. Like, when niggas weren't fucking with me, Peep was fucking with me, and he always promoted my music and, like, fucked with me. Like, personally, you feel me? He always checked in with me and hollered at me, and, you feel me, hit me up for advice and vice versa. Like, he a genuine ass nigga, you feel me? And a lot of niggas don't fuck with me. Like, a lot of niggas, it's only a few niggas that genuinely fuck with me, and he was one of them niggas that genuinely fucked with me, you feel me? I don't even know, for real, man. I got so much songs, but 3 songs right now. I'll be like, of course, Band Guy, you feel me? That shit out. And, Band Guy, when I made Band Guy, that shit was like random as fuck. So that's why that song's so legendary, because it was like the capabilities, and you feel me, of this music shit crazy, because it was just like, we were just in the studio, dropped that shit, and wasn't nothing. Another song I fuck with is, I think it's called Counter. That calling at the bands right now. Little fun, little pipe down. I fuck with that shit. I got so much fucking songs, like a brainstorm of songs. Perfect Susano, Gang said Perfect Susano. I'm hot as fuck. Dirty, go watch Dirty, cause I made that video when I first got out of jail and shit. I edited that bitch myself. Like, I edited that bitch so shitty. So go watch that bitch, but it's me editing it. So it's like, damn, Chxpo could edit videos, you feel me? So yeah, bitch, I can edit videos. And I could do a lot of shit. Drake, you already know Drake the GOAT, you feel me? He did that shit with Black Boy JB, went crazy on that shit. He my top 3 right now, and then Future, of course. Future just keep dropping shit. And that shit just go crazy as hell. Like, everything he dropped, that should be magical. And then, like, I'm keep Lil Peep in my top 3, you feel me? Forever. Cause that nigga just, you know, Peep the GOAT. Like, that nigga just, like, he opened my ears to a whole nother world of music and, like, a whole nother part of myself, you feel me? I'm finna drop this little project and shit. Soon, I'm gonna tell you all this, like, soon I'm gonna get y'all official mixtape, you feel me? Like, I've been just dropping, like, little, you feel me, shit. I'm gonna drop, like, some official shit. I got some crazy shit with Clams and Getter right now, and got a video coming out with, to this shit with me and Getter. This shit crazy. That's coming out soon. We got the Lil Wop tour and shit. That shit probably gonna be done by the time that shit come out. But you know I'm dropping hella shit though. I'm just chilling right now. I'm chilling a little tiny bit. But I got like probably like 100 new songs that I gotta drop, and I probably got like 200 old songs that I'm gonna drop. I got my first tattoo, I was like, I was probably like 13. It's crazy, my mom was with me when I got my first tattoo. I finessed her though, this is how I finessed her. I got her name though, you feel me? And I paid for it myself and shit. You feel me? Cause, you know, a nigga don't be getting shit for us to be there or nothing, you feel me? Like, a nigga don't get shit for us to be there, so it's my be there. I'm just like, Ma, you feel me? Like, you know what I want for my birthday? Like, I wanna get your name tatted on me, you feel me? She's like, oh, I ain't get that. We went to get that bitch. I got that bitch tatted. I was like, I swear, I like 13. I like the only nigga in school. I like the only nigga in school with a tattoo. Like, I was that nigga. And then once I got that, it was over with. Like, I started like giving all the credit. Like, I swear to God, I get some money and sell and buy some dope. Like, buy some crack just to give it to the crackheads for tax. Like, not even trying to flip. Like, I'm finna make some money, like I'm finna trap, like, you feel me? I just get some dope and bang that shit to the fan, bless him for like a sleeve. Like a sleeve or some shit. I used to get hella just, and I swear to God, like my nigga Zay, Free Zay, Free my nigga Zay. Like, he used to always, his big brother got hella tats, his shit raw, and then our other older nigga, he got hella tats, but his shit shitty. And he always used to be like, I'm gonna be like my brother, like, I'm gonna wait to get my tats, cause my shit gonna be raw. And I used to be like, I don't give a fuck. Like, nigga, I'm gonna get tatted, I'm gonna be tatted before you now. You feel me? My shit, all his shit raw as fuck, all my shit hella shitty, like, you can't even see that shit for real. But I got my first face tat though, I was like, probably like 15. And it was my older nigga, he had a cross on his head and shit. I just always wanted a cross on my head. Like, I asked him what that bitch mean. He said some crazy shit. Like, I don't even want to talk about that shit. He said some crazy shit, you feel me? But, and my mom ain't say nothing about that bitch. Cause I finessed her like it was over with. Once I got her name tatted, it was like, yeah, I'm getting inky. Did no jumper song, so when I made that shit, me and Gang, like, we made a whole tape, like, it was crazy. He just sent me hella shit, and it was crazy, cause it was like, man, I can't rap on these bitches, but it was crazy, cause it was hella challenging, you feel me? It was like, oh, I can't rap on, like, these bitches hard to rap on, so it was like, I knew, like, can't nobody steal this shit, can't nobody, like, this a whole new wave, like, this the no jumper wave, you feel me? Like, this a whole new flow, you feel me? So, it was just crazy, like, the whole song, I made, like, all that shit in, like, 3 days. Like, Crumb just kept sending them bitches, I just kept, every time he send them bitches, I record at the crib, so I be bored as fuck, trying to stay out the streets and shit, you feel me? Music shit. So I be in the crib just making music. Every time he send me a beat, I'm hopping on that bitch. I be like, I can't hop on this bitch, send me some more shit. And I'd be waiting for him to send me some shit. I'd be like, fuck it, I'm finna just do this shit. And then it came out raw though, like it came out hard. It's like some different Chxpo shit, like a whole different style, you feel me? Shout out Ohio, you already know how to fuck with my faithful gang shit. Shout out my girlfriend, you already know all my niggas faithful and loyal, you feel me? You already know, if you cheat on your bitch, you a bitch, flat out. But real gang shit. Shout out to everybody putting on, you feel me? Shout out to everybody working. You already know, shout out my bro 16, D Savage. You already know, shout out my bro A1 Billionaire, Lil Fiji. You already know they're next, Trippy, you feel me? Lil Wop, shout out everybody, Black Craze, Space Ghost Perk, you feel me? Everybody that's putting on, Maddox working on Don. All my producers, everybody I work with, you feel me? Shout out everybody, you know. If you fuck with me, I fuck with you, period, you feel me? 100.
I'm ballin' like an LP, but got no Doughboy. I'm ballin' like an LP, but got no Doughboy. Ballin' like an LP, ballin' like an LP, ballin' like an LP, but got no Doughboy. It's cold Doughboy, no Doughboy, no Doughboy, no Doughboy. Ballin' like an LP, but got no Doughboy. It's cold.